And a pleasant good morning, everyone. Hi, Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. Hope you guys are doing well. A little change of scenery behind me. It's because we're doing something a little different today. I am passenger in Diana's She-Ra bus. We left our camp because I think the main reason is we need to dump our trash and go get some supplies. But obviously, we're going to make the most of taking a vehicle out, and we're going to go have some fun today in northern Michigan. Heading to Paradise today. Thanks for joining me, guys. I will be uploading this video with some connecting internet. Be sure to check out the video description below for unlimited high-speed internet. Beautiful sunshine in Michigan. Yeah, we have been absolutely blessed with some really good weather on our stay here in Michigan. And we know that there's going to be some rainy, sprinkly days. It's going to happen, and that's okay. But we're making the most of the good weather for now. And we have really good accommodations. We really like camp. Again, big thank you to Stacy and Billy for hooking us up with our Michigan private campsites there.
Beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful home.
I mean, it's so quiet, guys. There's no neighbors. It's off-grid paradise, and it's actually gotten us both thinking. You know, I wish I had my own little piece of paradise too. But these winters here are brutal. Everybody we know moves out of here. The entire family leaves for 6 months and then comes back for the beautiful time. So this is the right time to be in Michigan, but it's brutal up here. There's no place on earth that's perfect year-round, right? We're never going to find something that's perfect year-round. As nomads, wherever we put our next roots down in, we're going to have to move at some point, right? Probably. But yeah. Anyways, Michigan, thank you. We needed this. We got the Tanaquim Bay out here. Very beachy area of Michigan. A lot of really neat properties too. We're gonna be skipping the city of Paradise that we just went through. We're gonna head up to Whitefish Point. The looks to be the northeastmost tip of Michigan's Upper Peninsula first, and then we'll come back down this way. Now, we made it to Whitefish Point here. The parking lot is crazy full. We did get Diana's bus She-Ra into a spot. Thankfully there was no cars parked in these spots, but they do have RV designated parking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. So we're gonna head over here and check this place out. A lot to see here. Here we are, guys. It's been on my bucket list for a while, but it's a very remote area of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. The Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum. Shipwreck Museum, guys, all things nautical. And Diana and I are building a nautical bus back in Mississippi that we're excited to get back to. But I think this is right up our alley.
Definitely.
A little quirky, a little nautical, and some history. We'll take you guys with us for free 99. Come on.
It's not free, honey.
They're going to be free.
Oh.
We're going to pay for them, and they're going to come with us.
Okay, we'll pay for you guys.
We're waiting for the line to go down to purchase tickets over here. That's where you purchase tickets, but went over to the magnets, and I'm kind of glad because they don't have very many, and I just found 2 really cool ones. The Uperland, and then again, we're finding a lot of these in Michigan, the ones that look like patches, but they're actually magnets, and that's a cool looking patch too. Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum, awesome, gotta have it. Calm down, Eric. All things nautical here, y'all. And it's all for sale. Stop. This is not good. Look at the porthole. Wow. Keys.
What do you do with their keys?
I have them in the RV with us, actually. Look at this lock. Very cool. It's almost like a Pirates of the Caribbean style lock. Bells. Wow. So we're going to start in this building here that has a Coast Guard rescue boat, a lifeboat. A little movie we're going to watch just to familiarize ourselves with what the Coast Guard does when you have a shipwreck, because you're going to need somebody to come save you. And they have a lifeboat here, so we're going to learn a little bit, okay?
At 729 feet long and 75 feet wide, she was the champion of the lakes. For the next 17 years, she would set records for carrying the heaviest loads and for the fastest run ever by a ship her size.
So the movie that we just watched on our screen is actually about the famous shipwreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which took 29 lives in brutal storms out on Lake Superior. And the video made it look like it was like an ocean, but it was winds 100 mile an hour, and they were carrying steel. And so there's supposed to be a bell that has the memorial for the 29 men who died in the shipwreck. We're going to go try to find the bell. Okay, our next stop is going to be the Shipwreck Museum here, where we should be able to see the bell and some other stuff in here. So what they did on the sunken Edmund Fitzgerald ship is they grabbed the bell off the ship. And that is here on display in the museum. That is the original bell that they pulled from the waters. Then they made another bell and inscribed all the names of the 29 people who lost their lives, and they put it back at the bottom of the lake on the ship as a memorial at the bottom of the lake. Behind it, there is a lighthouse light. In case you're wondering what's on top of an old school lighthouse, this is the lens and the glass, and probably some kind of a gas would light it. Wasn't a modern day light bulb. It's 75 years old. In case you're wondering how they did deep sea diving in 1943, well, here's his suit. And of course, he's going to need oxygen underwater. So you have this diving apparatus machine here from 1946. I don't know how it works or anything, but there's your gauges there. Then down below, it's inscribed, made in Boston, Massachusetts, diving apparatus. And of course, Diana and I have seen a lot of these helmets that you go underwater with. We want to find one for the bus, but they weigh a lot, and we're probably going to end up getting some kind of a replica instead of a real one, you know. And this museum mentions a lot of different shipwrecks. Like here, the Independence, the SS Independence. They've even recreated some of the tools for going down to find a shipwreck. There's a camera with a light. Pretty cool. I guess it's a thing to collect the bells. This one looks a little older. It's got a lot of rust, or it took a long time to get it out. Ship's bell is from the Niagara, built in 1872, and it sank in 1897. But yeah, I do believe that it was underwater for many, many years. In 1875, Lake Superior's treasure ship sank. And the John M. Osborne, Alberta. Here's some of the things from that ship. Porthole over there. A lot of shipwrecks in lakes. Great Lakes are powerful. Look at that display dashboard there from 1887. They have little recreations of all the ships that have sank in these lakes, like the Myron. There's a really old boat steering wheel there. And then just some trinkets and stuff from some of the ships, like the broken porthole there, and some tools, some rusty tools, chisels. The Vienna. There's a model of the Vienna right there. That one sank in 1882, and there's a window from the ship. There's a really old wooden steering wheel there. And then there's that throttle control for the engine room. We have a replica of that for the Naughty Bus, actually. There's a full-size one. And in 1858, the steamship Indiana sank. This is the safe from that ship. Getting flashbacks of Titanic. Is there any pictures in there? I don't see any pictures. A little rusty. And then lastly, that famous Edmund Fitzgerald boat that carries steel. It's like a modern day, like, shipping container boat. And there's the suit that they went underwater with to see it in 1995. And of course some seagulls. Mine, 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 mine. So a little map that they gave us when we came in shows 6 buildings that we can actually go into. And this is going to be the U.S. Navy radio building. Obviously very important, you know, back when they didn't have cell phones and GPS trackers and stuff like that. You relied on lighthouses and radio signals, probably even a little bit of ham radio, maybe. We're gonna go check that one out.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Very good.
So in here they're talking about the A.A. Parker Detroit, which sank twice, guys. Yeah, they brought it up after sinking once, fixed it, and then it sank again. That's some pretty bad luck. So I don't know if it's temporary, but the Lighthouse Tower, I guess you used to be able to climb up there. The museum says they're no longer letting people go up there, so I don't know if it's a structural thing, or if they're doing maintenance, or if they just canceled it out. But the gift store actually has patches that you can purchase that I did purchase. It says I climbed the top of that lighthouse. Obviously, it's not gonna go try to get a refund and get a different patch. But we're gonna go in this building here next. Diana's ready to go check this one out. The Lighthouse Keeper Quarters. Okay. Because there has to be someone maintaining the lighthouse all the time to make sure it's on and working. So somebody's got to live near the lighthouse. Oh, that's some nice cast iron. Yeah, look at that cast iron coffee pot. They have a couple different lighthouse lights to look at. That's a big old bulb in there. And then this one we saw in the other museum as well. It's just magnifying glass pieces. Oh, it's bright. So there is a second story that we can go up to with some more quarters up here. And the museum curator in this building just told us that they stopped allowing people to go in the lighthouse that's connected to this building during COVID, or when COVID was done. They just decided not to let us do it anymore because they got to close it and they don't have to reopen anything. So there's some rooms up here. Like this looks like a nursery. Isn't that weird? If you're the lighthouse tender, you just live at the lighthouse. Like you're just like cut off.
Awesome job. I would do it.
As long as there's a Waffle House nearby or a KFC. And then once we're up here, the exit to go downstairs is there. But these steps would probably go to the top. They can't do it anymore. Won't let us. I think this is the main suite. This is the master bedroom, probably. Mm-hmm. Diana was pointing out the ornate decorations on the dresser there and the treasure chest. There's some leather cleaner, the master bed, and the lightkeeper and his wife circa 1925 in that picture with the lighthouse behind him. It says they lived here in the lighthouse from 1903 to 1931. Wow. Pretty cool. This would be a cool Airbnb, right? And then if he lived upstairs, the keeper of the light would come downstairs to work with the lighthouse right outside his window there. Oh, look at that Victrola. Ooh-wee. The kid's parked right in front of it. Just like in front of a TV. And again, outside that same building, there's the lighthouse attached to it. So yeah, neat spot. I'm gonna go swap my patch in the gift store. I already got my magnet, but I want to swap the patch for something a little different, and then we'll. Actually, my stomach's starting to growl. Diana and I are in this. I'm not doing that carnivore diet anymore, but she is, and she's doing intermittent fasting too. So I can't eat in front of her till 2 p.m. But I'm hungry, guys. Might be a view of Lake Superior. Let's go see what the winds look like over there. Well, wait a minute. Speaking of the two other buildings that we can't go in, we got the tower here, and then the alcohol house right there. Alcohol to fuel the flame for the light, not Keystone Light. So because the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald was in this lake, you know, it was both Canadian and U.S., you know. So it's memorialized by two different countries, And they have this little, this is definitely a newer walkway. I'm wondering, you guys have been here before. Is this new? Because this, I mean, this looks like a brand new walkway to the beach, to the lake. It is hard to believe that this beautiful, calm, sunny area is capable of such destruction and so many lives lost and shipwrecks.
Yes.
Because when you sit here and look at it, it's just calm. There's no whitecaps today. It's just a beautiful summer day, but maybe don't sail in November. I mean, I don't know.
People still have to eat and they need
Yeah,
their stuff. in the
that's
winter.
true. You gotta.
People still stay out here every winter. Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What a nice beach. We've been blessed this summer to, really get to enjoy some nice beaches. Yeah, it's not ocean, but some great lake beaches we've seen. Lots of motorcycles. We're gonna head back to Paradise now. Diana's kitty, Yang, and she's right back here behind the sea. It's a cozy spot. You're like Tara. Tara always wants to stay really close to me while I'm driving, like as close as possible, but still, cozy. Where the boys will just do whatever. They'd all be up here on the dash, So. Yeah, we're gonna get some grocery shopping done and maybe grab a bite to eat, and then we'll head back to camp. We got our shopping done, but there were no restaurants there at Whitefish Point, and we really, really wanted to eat. So since we're out, so we came out here to Newberry. Big old red sign, food and drink. The Wheelhouse Goat Locker Saloon. Oh yeah, very promising. This looks good. We are loving all the nautical themes here. The Wheelhouse, established 2021. It's a newer restaurant. There's a boat up there with a big old wheel, and in the wintertime, that's how you get here. The snow skis, the shed, or the boots up there. They also have a gift store in here with some Goat Locker Saloon merchandise, t-shirts. No magnets, unfortunately. They do have puppy water bowls and drink koozies, coffee cups, but no magnets. Oh yeah, fresh from the lake, caught chicken tendies and fries. That's how I do it. Deanna got her burger there, but no bun.
With the fried egg.
Oh, the fried egg burger?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm not doing the bun, but I'm gonna add lettuce.
Perfect.
How do you guys
We're
eat
getting
your frozen
desserts
straw
here,
first?
so Diana got a root beer float. Actually, it looks
do
really
it.
good. Heck yeah. There's a lot of really neat lake pull-off areas owned by the state. This is one of them. This is Tanaquean Bay again, but it is a day use only area. So you have big old signs everywhere and overnight parking, no camping, but.
It's still nice to have little pull-offs where you can just stop driving, take a break, and even have a picnic, take a beer,
That's
not
true.
a beer when you're driving, but
Yeah, I mean, you could still hang out for the whole day, and they have a boat launch. Somebody's backing up to grab their fishing boat. He's got 6 fishing poles on that boat. Yeah, it's the right time to be in Michigan. Oh yeah. There's somebody lost on an island over there.
Gilligan's
Let me
Island.
zoom in. I'm not sure how he got over there because there are signs everywhere that say no swimming.
There's another man over there.
Oh yeah, somebody's fishing on the other side over there too. Well, maybe they like their solitude. We really had a fun day the other day, grilling up some chicken here on the grill. By the way, this is a remote area of Upper Michigan, and we were warned when we got here, watch the cats, first of all, and also don't leave anything good smelling, garbage, anything outside. We got bears here, guys. They're not coming out in the daytime yet, but we've got bears actively roaming these. Check this out. This was actually caught last night right behind my RV, between my RV and their cabin but there have been plenty of bears seen in this area before we got here as well, even so much as them coming in the daytime to check things out and knock over some squirrel and bird feeders. So these woods behind me, I guarantee you there are bears behind me that we can't see right now. So we're not playing music, we're not wearing headphones, and we're being very mindful of the cats, especially Yang, because she likes to go outside and explore sometimes. Yeah, we got bears, guys. So we'll be careful from here on out now that we've seen them here on our cameras. Yeah, cook some chicken, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.